So how's it going, everybody? You might want to sit down and relax for just a little bit because we're going to be talking about something today that everybody gets excited about. Everybody asks me all the time. In fact, family, friends, I get comments on it left and right. All my social media channels, people are asking about it. How much does a Tesla actually cost? Right, so we have a 2020 Tesla Model Y. Right, so we have the long range edition. We didn't get the performance or anything like that. It totes at EPA at 326 miles of range. Now you're probably closer to 20% less than that on any given day, but we're not talking about that today. We're gonna be talking about how much it actually costs to run, to maintain, to charge, to do whatever you wanna do with your Tesla. Any one you get, in my case, a Model Y. So sit back, relax. You guys are watching the Tall Tesla Guy. Like I said, we're going to jump right into how much it costs to charge, to run, to own a Tesla Model Y. Now the 2020 edition, the one that we have, now you could essentially say that we pay $35 a month for it, 32 and change to be exact. So 32 and change a month for the car. Now how does that work out? How does that even make sense? Well, basically that is what we're paying for charging, right? So we charge at home predominantly. We drive it to work, we drive to drop our daughter off, in around town, do errands, that sort of thing. And the exact amount of money that we spend per month to charge it is $35. Now, in addition to that, there are a couple other things you got to add on to it too. Since there's no real maintenance with a Tesla because it's an entirely electric vehicle, so all the standard maintenance stuff that you have with a gasoline vehicle is completely gone. You don't have any of that. Other than the cost to charge the vehicle, $35 a month, we also have to pay insurance for it. We pay about $60 a month for the car for insurance. We do have another vehicle on top of that added to it, so it's kind of bundled together, that sort of thing. But outside of insurance and charging cost, there's really no other maintenance for the car. Now we're going to dive right into the charging costs. Like I said, we charge it at home. You guys see my video from before. I have a 240 outlet in the garage. I plug it in every night, charge it to about 80%, and then whatever I use, I recoup during the night. It gets me about 30 miles per hour while it's plugged in. I have it set to charge overnight. Now we don't have off-peak metering here where I live, so there's no discount for charging at night versus the daytime or anything like that. So that is completely out the window. But we end up spending right about 13 cents per kilowatt hour for electricity where I am right now. And currently we have about 8,700 miles or so on the car, 8,400, something like that. Our average kilowatt hour usage per mile is about 268 kilowatts per mile. Now we've used a total of 2,232 kilowatt hours since we got the car about 9 months ago now, maybe 10, getting close to 10. At 13 cents per kilowatt hour, that gives us a total charge of $290.16. The $290.16 divided by 9 months, just to kind of give you a roundabout number, gives us $32.24 per month. Right, so $32.24. So the $32.24 is our exact charge that we spend every month on the car. That's how much our Tesla costs us, right? Now, we have to pay insurance for any vehicle anyway, so a lot of people don't count that. However, my insurance wasn't any higher on the Tesla than it was on the gasoline-powered vehicle we had before that. So about $60 a month, I guess you could add that to it as well. There's, like I said in the beginning, there's no standard maintenance with a Tesla. No oil changes. I mean, other than putting in windshield washer fluid, something like that. It does burn through tires quickly. However, we're sitting about 9 months and we're about 830 seconds on the tires. Now we're under 10,000 miles, so it does seem like it's going quicker. In fact, those tires are probably going to maybe last me 15 to 20,000 miles total instead of the 50 that you get on a gasoline vehicle, really because of that zip rabbit start that you have, that instant torque that you get from an electric vehicle, from a Tesla specifically, that you don't have in a gas vehicle. It kind of eats those tires up quickly. But I'm doing okay on them, right? I'm under 10,000 miles, about 830 seconds, so it's not too bad. Not too bad, but those cost about $300 a piece. I did get a flat tire on one of them, but I count that as standard maintenance that I'd have on any vehicle because I've gotten a flat tire on my gas vehicle as well. So a tire replacement was about $300, and I got that through Tesla. So, I mean, you can combine that into it as well. But, going back to the monthly charge on it, right? Insurance cost, shop around, find the best insurance for you. The cost to charge it at home is under $35 a month. So $35 a month isn't that much when you're considering. I filled up my gasoline vehicle the other day. We're sitting at $3 and something a gallon now, which is ridiculous. And it cost me $42 to fill it up. So it cost me more to fill up the gas, my gasoline vehicle, 1 tank of gas, than it did to charge my Tesla for an entire month, right? So thinking about that for just a minute, I was going through about a tank of gas a week, and it wasn't quite $40 before, it was about $30, but putting it $120 a month is still quite a bit higher than the $35 a month I spend charging my Tesla. So you can kind of get the comparison a little bit there back and forth between the two of them. It's just quite a bit different. In fact, so if I'd driven that same amount of mileage on my gas vehicle instead of on my electric vehicle, and I figured, I did some calculations at about 287, because the 3 Plus is a pretty new calculation, or is a pretty new gas charge recently per gallon. It has been cheaper. So if I used 287, if I get an average of 26 miles per gallon, it's gonna be 299 gallons of gas to get me those 8,000 plus miles, which would equate to about $918, which balances out for 9 months, about $102 a month. Now that's just for gas, right? So it's pretty close to what I was spending before at 120. So that's a pretty close calculation on that side. Other than the tires on the Tesla, which I'm gonna burn through quicker, a set of tires, if I spend $1,200 for tires, which I'm probably gonna get them somewhere else and spend a little bit less, but I spend about $800, $900 for tires in my gasoline vehicle if it gets 50,000 miles on it. You're gonna spend about twice as much on tires as you would for a gasoline vehicle. So you gotta kind of keep that in the back of your mind. You don't necessarily buy a Tesla specifically because you want to save money. It's a little bit of a stretch. And on the other side, you buy an EV because of the fringe benefits that you get for it. You feel like you're doing better things for the environment. You feel like you're doing better things for sustainability, that sort of thing. It's nice to be able to charge at home. It's nice to wake up in the morning and have a completely charged vehicle instead of having to go to a gas station. I don't have to worry about the rising gas prices or anything like that. In fact, my kilowatt hour charge from my electric company hasn't really changed a whole lot in the past 3 years that I've been living where I live currently. So, that part's really nice. It's nice to kind of rely on that a little bit. And, the Tesla is so much more fun to drive than my gas vehicle. Now, I know there are fun gas vehicles as well, but, just truth be told, the one pedal driving, the instant torque acceleration, the excitement that you get behind the wheel, the infotainment system, everything that a Tesla has, kind of really adds to the experience, through and through. So in the end, if the Tesla costs as much as the gas vehicle, now I might think about it a little bit longer, but I would still get it. I still enjoy it that much. So $35 a month is basically what I'm paying, a little bit less, what I'm paying to charge the vehicle, and then I'm paying my insurance, which, like I said before, is about the same as I was paying for insurance on my gas vehicle. Outside of insurance savings, or cost anyway, outside of what you're saving on not buying gas, there's a lot of rebates, hundreds of them. In fact, each state has different rebates that they give for electric vehicles. Now, the state I live in gives you nothing. In fact, they pay more. I have to pay more. I have to pay like what they equate to a gas surcharge, essentially, for not having a gas vehicle. But a lot of states aren't like that. A lot of states have quite hefty EV rebates. So make sure you check your state too to find out what sort of EV rebates you might be able to get. In addition to that, the government is offering $7,500. They're talking about $10,000 EV rebates for new owners, new purchasers. So keep that in mind as well. That's going to bring your cost way down. So I mean, you take that $10,000 off. You take California has some of the biggest EV rebates of any state that I've seen anyway. Another $5,000 off, and all of a sudden you've got a $35,000 brand new Tesla Model Y. Stuff like that can really drop your price down quite a bit. And then if you finance it, it's going to drop your monthly payments down too. Now, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you guys are paying way too much for it, if you think it's just ridiculous, if you think that it's some funky numbers or anything like that. But based off my kilowatt hours that I've used, the amount I pay for kilowatt hours, exactly what I'm paying to charge the car, under 35 bucks a month. So, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you made it this far in the video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We put out videos all the time. So, lets me know the kind of content you guys are liking to see. But I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, day, month so far, and you're staying safe out there. Thanks for watching, everybody.